This morning, First Lady Michelle Obama is getting ready for her third overseas trip without her husband since President Obama took office. But her journey to China may be watched more closely. Jan Crawford reports from the White House briefing room on what's being called a soft diplomatic visit.
Well, good morning, Anthony and Nora. Mrs. Obama is going to actually be traveling with three generations, her daughter Sasha Malia and her mother. It's a subtle gesture to traditional Chinese values, and White House officials are calling this visit a people-to-people trip. In between meetings with university students, the First Lady will make stops at the Great Wall of China, the Terracotta Warriors Museum, and even the Chengdu Panda Base. The highly orchestrated visit is intended to help soften U.S.-China relations. It also includes a number of events with China's First Lady, less than a year after Mrs. Obama missed her visit to the U.S., which some read as a political snub. Richard McGregor of the Financial Times says this kind of non-political diplomacy can go a long way.
But there are many ways to sort of, cut the sausage, if you like. You don't have to have Mrs. Obama to go over there and lecture and chide the Chinese about its human rights record for her to have a positive impact. She can go over there with a different message, a softer message, a more inclusive message.
Critics say her schedule dodges important issues that have strained U.S.-China relations, like China's history of human rights violations. Previous First Ladies have confronted those concerns. At a 1995 conference in Beijing, Hillary Clinton tackled them head-on.
All governments, here and around the world, accept their responsibility to protect and promote internationally recognized human rights.
And more than a decade later, Laura Bush spoke out against China's treatment of refugees along what was then the Thailand-Burma border. Anita McBride, former chief of staff for Laura Bush, says the tone of Mrs. Obama's trip will be markedly different.
She's essentially exporting what she does here at home and bringing it overseas.
McBride says that's no reason for Mrs. Obama to avoid the tough topics.
You're a leader. You're a woman leader. And people look to you, and they want you to use your position for something that's good, not only for us at home, but for people around the world.
Now, there are some comparisons already being made to the First Lady's 2010 trip to Spain, which a lot of people saw as just a big family vacation. That trip was heavily criticized because it cost taxpayers nearly $500,000. Now, White House officials and Secret Service officials are refusing to say how much this trip is going to cost. Anthony and Nora.
Jan Crawford, thank you.